Hey, Joe Mastriano, CPA, over 40 years and thousands of successful IRS tax cases. Today, you may ask, will I be audited by the IRS? Hmm, let's see. Well, did you file your tax return before April 15th? That's the greatest pool of people that they audit. You also, by doing that, didn't let your wage and income transcript settle. And if you're asking what's a wage and income transcript, oh my God, maybe you've now increased your chances of being audited more. Allow me to explain. A wage and income transcript is a list of third party payer information, W 2s, 1099s, K 1s, and those get adjusted. So I usually have people see if they are going to owe taxes and pay it because your taxes are due either through withholding or quarterly estimates. The fourth quarter's estimate for last year was due January 15th. It's now past that, so you're late. And even if you meet the exemption to the penalties, if you're already in an installment agreement or you got an offer and compromise settled, you just broke that agreement. So let me continue. Did you get the wage and income transcript and did you match the items on the return? I know a lot of accountants, even CPA firms, they have their employees add up like 1099s, put the total on Schedule C for a self employed individual, and the IRS doesn't know if you reported all that information or not. So that's something they may want to look into. We, of course, list each 1099 separately and each item from the wage and income transcript separately so you don't fail the matching program. So filing an extension, matching it to the wage and income statement, and also transcript, wage and income transcript. And also, if you have deductions that seem big. Some people are outside salespeople. Their vehicle expense might be half of the total income they take in, and then they even have more expenses against that. There needs to be footnotes on the return. A lot of people just e-file because their accountants e-file. They file for them. I say you should file your own returns, paper returns. There are a few exceptions, but if you're self-employed, especially, you want to put all those explanations on there. You want to get an accountant to help, or if you know how to read the tax guides and you could understand what the IRS requires, or an accountant told you what the IRS requires, then you could put down that you have all the documentation and mileage log and business purpose and that it was prudent and all kinds of things that auditors like to hear to steer clear. Whenever we use our four-part audit proof checklist, I don't know one person to this day that's been audited. That's how strong it is. I was in a podcast yesterday and somebody did bring something up, and that is you can't just blindly use my four-part checklist. You have to stand back from the return and say, does this return make sense? If you're showing that you made maybe 30,000 a year and that 30,000 is going toward your spouse and 5 kids, the IRS is going to wonder where you got money to live on, and therefore the return needs to be footnoted. Taxpayer borrowed money from family and friends to pay their living expenses. So, in addition to audit proofing return, you've got to let the IRS know, whether your situation is a normal situation or makes sense. Because if the return on the surface doesn't quite make sense, you've got a lot of explaining to do. So if you want to beat an audit and possibly be very aggressive, call Stephanie 713-774-4467, and we'll take good care of you, as we always been, as a CPA firm, professionally licensed since 1980 when I was 25. Thank you.